विद्यानन्देश्वरसमारम्भां नित्यानन्देश्वरिमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. I welcome all the devotees, disciples sitting with us all over the world through Nityananda TV, Sadhana TV, two-way video conferencing. Today, glimpses of my inner awakening. The participants who are having their inner awakening are going to share their experiences with all of you. Before that, today's Skanda Sashti Brahmotsava is happening in Bidadi, the third day of Skanda Sashti Brahmotsava. Skanda, Subramanya, with both the concerts, Valli and Devasena, is gracing on Swarnamayura Vahana and the golden peacock vehicle again today. Let's first have Skanda's darshan with his blessings. We will proceed now into the program. Actually, you can see the whole cosmos here. A teenage residential non-Indian and a very elderly couples who are soaked in orthodox Brahminical lifestyle, and a elderly Western lady who has her own problems, and our young Western man who has his own life and incompletions, and who is born in India, brought up somewhere and living in UK, coming with all completions to the peda and full Now you can see whatever is their inner awakening, their completion. It's so nice, it's amazing to see. Actually, even Ganga enjoys the various people entering into her ghat and using her in multiple ways. Understand? When she is coming down to Gangotri, she sees only yogis. When she is coming down further to Uttarakashi, she sees the people who are worshippers. When she comes down to the Rishikesh, she sees people who are doing Hatha Yoga. When she comes down to Haridwar, she sees Naha Sadhus. When she comes down to Varanasi, she sees people who are taking bath. When she moves further to Manikarnika, she sees tons of dead bodies getting relieved, having enlightenment through her water. When she comes down to Kanpur, she sees all the leather factories. When she comes down to Calcutta, she sees the amazing Kali worshippers, and thousands of people, millions of people enjoying her in millions of ways. Even she enjoys, I tell you. Millions of people enjoying me in millions of ways, even I enjoy it. somebody enjoying the friendliness, somebody enjoying my mystical powers, somebody enjoying my intelligence, somebody enjoying the way I give attention, somebody enjoying just looking into my eyes. And I also enjoy the way all of you enjoy me. So understand, it is not that only you are grateful to me, I am grateful to you guys for being here and sharing this joy, this bliss with me. It is nice to be with you guys. And I wanted to just make this one statement as the essence of today's satsang. Whatever you heard, having completion with the principle of Advaita, Dharma. Understand? When I found Advaita, when Advaita clicked with me, let me be very honest, it is Arunagiri Yogeshwara who taught Advaita to me personally. The moment I uttered the word Arunagiri Yogeshwara, I know I am going to speak more time. I am not going to end the satsang. I tell you, the first thing I experienced, I found solution. I do not have any more anxiety, fear, cause for fear. I do not have anything which can make me powerless or frighten me. That completion, like a bomb exploding in me, I fell in love with Advaita. I fell in love with the person who introduced that Advaita to me. Understand? I fell in love with Advaita, and I fell in love with the person who introduced Advaita for me and was embodiment of Advaita for me. I tell you, the completion, and I know for sure anything in life, I know this Dhamma, Dharma, the Advaita is there. I can never fall into powerlessness, and I am always powerful. And the powerlessness has lost meaning. Even the fear cannot frighten me. Death cannot kill me. That the whole thing, the powerlessness, fear, anxiety, everything lost meaning in my life. That completion with Dhamma, the completion with Advaita, when that clicked into me, I know I've experienced that space, falling in love with, I can say, raising in love with Dhamma and raising in love with the Master who gives that Dhamma, who is embodiment of that Advaita. Because I experienced this with Arunagiri Yogeshwara, I can understand you guys what you experienced with me. And I want to tell you, with all my being, I sincerely reciprocate that with you guys. Reciprocate that to you guys. And I know what you are going through. You don't have to think, oh, whether he understands or not what I am feeling for him. Don't worry, I understand. I understand more than you understand. Because I had been through this with Arunagiri Yogeshwara. I had been through this with Arunagiri Yogeshwara. And I still remember. It may look too mystical. But I am not talking to I am very clear. I am talking to my disciples and my devotees. I am not talking to anybody else. When I was seeing meeting Arunagiri Yogeshwara every day and listening from him, learning from him, experiencing from him. Every night I'll have to leave the temple to come to the house. I'll leave around 11 o'clock because by 12 they will lock the doors, all the watchmen. Actually in those days the temple used to be very free. The watchmen will adjust. If I say I will sit here for some more time, they will adjust. They will not have any problem. And by night 11 I'll come back to the house, and early morning 4 o'clock I'll run to the temple. But these 4 hours used to be too much. That I used to feel that it's like a 10-day every 4 hours. And I'll be constantly sitting and watching that clock. Why this clock is not moving? This stupid clock, why the time is not happening? And I used to suspect whether the clock has stopped. So I'll sometime run and see in the next room clock whether that clock also is showing the same time or only my clock stopped and that clock is running. I used to have this cranky thing because I just want to run back to be with him, with Arunagiri Yogeshwara. It used to be so strong. Maybe after 10-15 days I told him directly, I feel that every night the time is too long. I am trying to get exact word. The Tamil words I said. I told him. The conversation I was having with him. I am trying to translate exactly that. I told him that every night it is too much. I'll repeat in Tamil. I'll say in Tamil, then I'll translate. I don't want to miss that original statement as it happened. I was sitting with him, holding his knee, the right knee. Whenever I sit with him, I'll always hold his hand or his leg or some parts of his body. And I used to feel that energy is coming only then. So I was putting both my hands on his knee and saying, Sami, தினம் ராத்திரி இந்த வாட்ச் நகரவே மாட்டேங்குது. The timepiece, அதுதான் தமிழ் வேர்ட். That is the word we know that for in those days. The timepiece நகரவே மாட்டேங்குது, ராத்திரி போகவே மாட்டேங்குது, எவ்வளோ நேரம் உட்காந்துட்டு இருக்கிறாரு, 4 மணி நேரம் 4 நாள் மாதிரி இருக்கு. இந்த டைம் பீஸை நானும் நகர்த்தி பார்க்குறேன், டைமே நகர மாட்டேங்குது. டைம் பீஸ் நகர்த்தாலும் டைம் நகர மாட்டேங்குது. என்ன பண்ணுறது சாமி? Please understand, I was telling him that even if I move this timepiece, the time is not moving. So I don't know what to do. The time looks too much. These 4 days 4 hours looks like a 4 days. Please, I don't know what to do. I tell you exactly the word he said. உனக்குலடா எனக்கும் அப்படித்தாண்டா இருக்கு, அதனால தான்டா காலத்தையே சுருக்கிடுறேன் உனக்காக. He told me, not only for you, even for me it is like that only. So that is why I am reducing the whole time for your sake, for you to be with me. He said this very word. He said, then he expanded. நீ என்ன பார்க்க சூரியன் சந்திரன் எல்லாத்தையும் நான் மாற்ற வேண்டியதா இருக்குடா. Means he said, for you to come quickly and sit with me, I have to move the sun, moon, everybody and change the whole timing and quicken the whole process of time movement. Then I know, it's not that only disciple feels, master also feels. If you guys are moving only small things to be here. I am moving bigger things for me to be here with you guys. Understand? If you guys are moving only small things, whatever you know, to be here with me, I am moving bigger things for you guys, for you to be with me. I am trying to move only that stupid timepiece alarm to be with Arunagiri Yogeshwara. He is moving sun and the moon for me to be with him. Understand? What we move is toys, what he moves is cosmos. You move your toys to be with me, I move the cosmos for you to be with me. I moved my toy alarm piece to be with him. He moved sun and the moon for me to be with him. Understand? He also celebrates. I understood. I want to tell you guys, I also celebrate you being here. You being here. What to say? The essence, see you guys all in Cambodia to celebrate. And I tell you guys, you move yourself just to fill the intention form. I move the whole cosmos to make it into reality. I only moved the timepiece alarm. He moved the sun and the moon. So I tell you, you just fill the intention form. I'll move the cosmos to make it into reality. See you guys in Cambodia. That's all. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching and causing eternal bliss. Nityananda. Thank you.
Nityananda Dhyanapitham, Nityananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nityananda.org. www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.